Hello everybody and welcome to another incredible episode of I Got My Miracle here at Rythmia, which is a incredible life advancement center. If you haven't been here, we infuse ancient wisdom with modern technologies to give you the most safe healing environment that is just so beautiful for me to be working at, and just see people come in and out every week and just do their thing, work, get all that shit out, and just learn to love yourself, the truest form of yourself. And we've had a month off while lots of renovations have been happening, and I've been on a whirlwind adventure from LA to Australia and clearing out my past life and moving fully here. So I am now fully landed in Costa Rica, permanently living here and doing my work, my soul's purpose, and I couldn't be more than happy to be here doing so. And so yeah, this has been the first week back for everyone, and so it's really nice to get back into the groove. And we've had like 50 people, 50 beautiful souls come through to recognize their soul and get back to the true essence of themselves. And just in this morning's talk, I was listening to people share, and there were just so many beautiful, profound stories, and words just can't describe what this medicine and what this whole program can do for you. There was one lady who came in with a cane, literally limping, wasn't able to walk on her own, and she threw the cane away. Now, if that's not a miracle, I don't know what is, but she was extremely happy, and now she's mobile all by herself without the use of this stick. And that's what makes my heart sing, is seeing and hearing and just bathing in everybody else's beautiful journeys here. There was also another couple of ladies who were not aware that they had any tumors or cancer in their body, but the medicine said to them while they were on their journey, we have removed some cancer from your body. Literally like felt something leave them and then were told that it was cancer. And it's just, especially having cancer myself and hearing things like that, when people weren't even aware that they had this in their body. And there's lots of us, I mean, we all produce cancer cells. And so, yeah, some people just not aware. And then you can come and drink this beautiful sacred brew who will not only make you aware of these things, but also get rid of them. And years of trauma and just lots of stuff that's just not serving you. And if you want to know more about what we do here, then get Shit the Moon Said. This is Jerry's incredible book, and Jerry is just such an amazing man. He just never fails to make me laugh, and he's just always just full of words of wisdom from a real, true place, which is what I really connect to. And I know a lot of people that come through here really connect to just the authenticity of Jerry and the place that he's built. So if you check out his book, you'll definitely get authenticity and just everything the moon said, shit the moon said, and how this beautiful place came into fruition. So without further ado, today's lovely lady is Dixie from, where was it again? Tulsa. And she came here with lots of different things going on and got everything that she asked for in one night. So I just thought, yep, get on here and tell us all about it. So come and join. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, gorgeous.
Sporting rather glorious hair here. I'm going to squeeze in. There we go. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to fire a few questions. How did you come to find out this word, ayahuasca, plant medicine? How did that come into your realm?
So I'd had a group of girlfriends, and we had gone to seminars all over the world. We'd gone to India to study spirituality. We'd gone to Tony Robbins, all kinds of stuff. And one of the girls said, we need to try ayahuasca. So I went to California, and I did 2 ceremonies, and it was beautiful and very lovely and spiritual. And I was like, okay, this is a thing, and it box checked. And then about a year later, I kind of had a fucking meltdown. And
as you do.
As one does. And then another girlfriend said, okay, I'm going to go to this place called Rythmia. She'd already booked her thing. She's coming in February. She has not shown up here, but I was just like, all right, fuck it. And I just booked it the next day. And then 2 weeks later, I showed up here.
Oh my gosh, just like that.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's how it happens. When the medicine calls you and when you know it's right, it just happens and it just feels like it's the perfect time. So what was going on in your world? Like, what was really drawing you to feel that you needed something extra? What was the depth of your turmoil?
So I started a company in 2010, and it had been successful and whatever. And I didn't give a shit anymore. Like, that sounds awful.
No, I think most people would relate.
I loved the purpose of my company, and I loved the people that I worked with, but I hated my fucking job. So, also, when I had time with my kids, I'd rather just lay down. And, my husband and I quit having date nights because there wasn't anything we wanted to do. We were just fucking drained.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people will relate to that. Yeah.
So it's like, what? And since I've done ayahuasca before, I already knew it can be fucking rough.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't really relishing the idea of going back into it. But I mean, there was literally like no other fucking choice. What else am I going to do? Am I going to go to therapy for 10 years?
No. Well, drinking medicine is like 10 years of therapy in one night, which is what happened to you, which is, wow, it's so incredible. You can pay lots and lots and lots of money and do it over 10 years with therapists and all that kind of stuff. But this is why I love doing what I do, because you can literally just get it all done in a week's worth of a well put together program. And in your case, in one night, just get everything that you needed to be like, okay, I feel great. So let's get to that point.
Well, one night cinched it, but it was more than just the medicine. It was the classes, it was the yoga, it was talking to people like you. It was actually, I got off the shuttle from the airport, and everyone here, not to be rude, but you guys are all weird, and you're glowing, and you're beautiful, and you're so fucking happy, and I'm like, I don't know what's the deal, but I'm gonna roll with this because I want what you have. I don't know what it is. But give it to me. Give it to me. Suck out your soul.
Take it.
Right. But then we go to the ceremonies, and then in the morning we go to the class, and the class explains what happens, and it all fits together. And then I show up on Sunday. We start the program on Monday, and Wednesday night at midnight, it's all done. For me, I had everything I needed. I had the most profound and beautiful night of my life. And then there was another night. It was amazing. I get a bonus because I was good at that point. So
what happened for you? Did you do breath work on Sunday when you arrived?
Yes.
And how did that feel? Is that your first time doing breath work?
Yes.
And how was that?
And that was so strange. She's done yoga for years, and I never understood why we were breathing in a certain way. I actually never thought it was important and didn't follow instructions.
Yeah, same.
Right. So I didn't know what this stupid sounding class was. Sorry, but it didn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, I breathe all the time.
Yeah. I was like, do I have to breathe for a whole hour? What? But then once you do, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's an hour. Flooding
it's an hour and a half. I know.
It's just like flooding the body with pranic life force. It's like it's an abundance of energy that is all around us for the taking, and we can just keep breathing it in and flood the body with air, breath, pranic force, like life force, and then that's what gives us the awakening, which is just as profound as taking plant medicine. It's powerful. How was the first night though?
It was good. Oh yeah. And so this lovely woman comes. I've got my eyes closed, so I don't know which one it was, but she was a miracle worker, and she does some kind of key where she I don't know what she fucking pushed, but she works the magic code, and I start bawling, and I don't. And I didn't cry when my daughters were born. I didn't cry at my mother's funeral. I'm not a crier, so it was
time to
release.
Really
time. Yeah,
that's so beautiful. And did you feel really light and good after getting that purge out?
And then it was like, okay, well, if we've done this on Sunday, I'm really interested in what's going to happen on Monday.
So then, tell me about Monday.
So Monday was lovely, and I had a very ecstasy kind of experience.
And this was with Scott and Brad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then with Scott, it was very, there were moments of discomfort, but not a big deal, mostly just really good. And I was like, okay, good. I haven't felt really good in a long time. I really needed it. Mm-hmm. And then the next night was awful. And my mind wouldn't shut up, and it was painful and yucky and just exhausting and confusing.
Which is beautiful in its own way. It's like we attach labels to things and we say things are awful and everything, but it's exactly what you need. And it's so tricky, the ego and the mind, because we run away from pain. We're naturally, wired to run away from pain and discomfort. And so we get a lot of people by Tuesday, Wednesday wanting to leave or like just can't handle it or just don't like the feeling. But it's like the medicine comes through in a beautiful way, and then she's showing you everything that is perfect for you, like Mrs. Moon's magic map, like Jody says in the talk. Everybody has their own perfect prescription. So for whatever reason, you had to go through the depths of that darkness to then explode on Wednesday.
Right. Well, and I wasn't going to leave because
No.
I trusted, you know, I didn't do my homework before. I looked a little bit at the website and I signed up and I came and I didn't want to do a lot of homework and have expectations.
Yeah.
So I don't know for those watching, but
that's good. Just come and just receive and surrender and trust.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
And they told me you'll get it. And so it was very funny, Jerry, talking about the specific numbers of the people and their miracle percentages, and the percentage.
He's a numbers guy.
Was off by 0.1% between Sunday and Monday. I was like, what the fuck happened last night? That, you know, we've lost a little, like 0.1%. Yeah, so I went in and we go into ceremony on Wednesday, and the beginning of ceremony, I'm talking to one of the helpers, and she's like, so how are you? And I'm like, I don't know how to answer this question. I don't know where I am. And then I fucking start crying. And we're not even started. So, yeah.
And Wednesday's ladies' night, and Sarah is the lead lady there. It's like being in a womb, and then they have a drum dance party mid-ceremony. It's very, very, very magical and beautiful. And a lot of people say that they have the most profound night on Wednesday. It's like you get rid of the crap Monday and Tuesday, and then the mother just puts you back in the womb, and then like allows everything to flourish from the purest state that you're meant to be in, you know, before life's crap got on top of you, before other people's beliefs and partners' beliefs and religions and all that stuff that wasn't the true essence of you. So then what else happened?
Well, I think you kind of nailed it on the head. I'd grown up as a preacher's kid, very religious community, and I'd rejected all of that because it didn't feel like there was a place for me. You know, there's mostly dudes. Yeah. So, you know, where do I, as a female, as a woman, fit in? Yeah. And then to have this beautiful, powerful feminine energy and all this healing that I never expected. And then at the end of the night, I'm just blissed out of my fucking mind. And this older gentleman, you know, we wrap up, and does anyone want to share how had a profound experience? I'm like, I can't even talk. Like, bam, this is amazeballs. And then he picks up and he's like, I never realized the power of the feminine and the beauty that is in all these wonderful women in my life, and how I haven't appreciated what they really bring to the table and all of the magic that is in them. And I was like, you know,
that happens. It always seems to trigger something in the masculine, and they really do come out of Wednesday with a deep appreciation for the feminine energy, and also the feminine energy in them. Yeah. So we all have masculine and feminine, and so it's just so beautiful that it can really instill in people to just appreciate the balance of everything, like in yourself and in others.
Well, being an entrepreneur, running a company for years requires a lot of, the feminine to create it, but the masculine to just deal in, and that was my client base. It's all men. It was a very conservative masculine industry, and so you have to put on a face every day. Yeah. And it was neat to see that I don't necessarily have to do that. Oh. Plus, I quit my job, so who cares?
Yeah. What was the job?
I used to be a headhunter.
Oh, so that's very masculine driven. So you, as well, with the tears, it might have been the fact that you were holding back, because tears can be perceived as weakness.
Yes.
And so if you're in a very masculine driven world, you would have to have your poker face on, and more than not, you might have trained your mind to just stay in that mode. Whereas here, it's more like, I can be this feminine, I can be perceived weak, I can be whatever that is, as long as I'm releasing and healing yourself. That's so beautiful.
And then we have Thursday. Like
Leo at the Colombian tribe come in, and it's an all-night party,
which I was not excited about. I don't even stay up till midnight on New Year's. I did that one time, but that's how I ended up with my daughter. So, so we go in, and it takes a long time, and I'm not a very present person. I'm always thinking way far ahead, and I got to feel each moment pass, but it didn't seem like time still flew. Yeah. And then they're doing these healings, and I'm like this person, barely, I think fucking spit some shit at me, and I start bawling again.
That's the shandy.
Yes. And I don't, you know, and I'm not sad. I've never understood tears of joy, tears of gratitude, but, you know, I'm crying like I wanted to cry when my daughter was born. And I just couldn't do it. And this time it was so beautiful, it was so powerful,
I'm
it was so
getting
healing.
Oh. That's so profound, like, because you had an awareness that you wanted to cry but couldn't, and so there was a massive block there. And just being here in this environment allowed you to like release. That's a massive block. Like that's huge. And for you to release that now, like moving forward, you know, you can just allow the tears to flood and know that it's fine. Like you're okay in that moment. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And I was so disconnected from my feelings and my body. My mother committed suicide when I was in my 20s, and I was kind of a super hot mess. And I started doing personal development for a while, for years. And one of the instructors that was in my personal development class killed himself. And so I hear the news, I'm at work, and I feel like I should be upset, but my chest is hurting so bad, I can't really focus on being upset. And I drive home, and my husband's like, you are way more upset than you know. And he made me put on a 40-pound weight vest and walk the neighborhood with me until I could cry. Like, that's what it fucking took to make me cry. And then this lady, you know, this dude spits at me. This lady, like, touches me with a feather. It's crazy shit. I would not, if my girlfriend had told me you're going to cry because someone touched you with a feather, I would have thought she was insane and probably not come.
But it's all perfectly orchestrated. It's like, you know, when the reason why ceremonies are done at night is because, you know, you can call in different spirits to come and help. And so it's, you know, it's on a whole holistic healing, but also there's different realms in play here. You know, when you're drinking the medicine and you're going to different parts of the cosmos, it's because you're tapping into so many different parts of you, but so many different parts of the universe that are perfectly orchestrated to make that happen. Whatever shift you need to happen, you've got a whole team of lots of different people in this physical realm, but also in the esoteric realm, helping.
Well, and for, you know, those of us who live in an environment where that's considered super hippy dippy shit, you know, I didn't have to subscribe to everything. All I had to do was show up and believe that we're going to do this and do the class and do the ceremonies. As long as I fucking showed up and participated, it all happened.
This is so perfect, because you're probably speaking for like most of the population of the world, because, you know, it's only a few, you know, not everyone's a hippy dippy shit.
Plus, I didn't understand everything you said.
I love you. You're so real. I love it. But I used to be the same. So like 10 years ago, I was just snorting cocaine and drinking and having bad men and eating bad food. And I was not hugging trees and like connecting with the earth and doing all this shit. But it took me to get cancer for me to wake up. And, you know, and you've had some pretty incredible traumas that have led you to be here. There's no mistakes. As sad as things are that happen in our life, everything is, you know, led you to here. And you needed to be here to go this deep, to evolve and be the next version of yourself. So it's just amazing that this has all worked out for you to be here without even wanting to know what it is about, or even looking into it, or subscribing to the full amount of it. And a lot of people come here in the same position. Some people come and they're like, don't even know that we do plant medicine, as in, you know, they come and they just think, oh yes, a few herbs, a tincture, I'm pretty healthy, I'll take some of that. And then we're like, oh, but it's a mind-blowing drink that you're gonna have,
and you're probably gonna barf
and shit yourself.
Right?
Not everybody does
a little bit. Everywhere, sometimes. Not to me.
What did they say? Never trust a fart.
Right. But it was so interesting because when I'd done that previously, I'd been brutally fucking nauseous and was really hesitant to do it again. It was still a wonderful experience, but nobody really likes that. No. So, and it didn't let up the entire time. Either time.
So when you done it before,
I didn't get sick anytime.
Oh, at all?
No.
Oh.
In fact, she told me that on Wednesday. She said, you've cried and puked enough. You're not going to do it. If you just roll, basically. I mean, she said it much faster, but if you roll with me, I'll take care of you.
Perfect. And she does. Exactly, she's like a mother energy. So she just gives you love. It's either tough love or soft love, but it's all love, and that's the beautiful thing about her.
Right.
So comparing like your first two experiences that you've done prior to coming to Rythmia, what was the differences? Because we've got a whole program around this. Like, what would you say were the differences for you in doing it the way you've done it before?
Well, I think having the 4 ceremonies back to back to back to back, and then having the additional classes to kind of help us put all the stuff that came up, back in place, but in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So, and having the helpers and the shamans made all the difference in the world, because I'm pretty sure you can buy fucking plant medicine on the internet and try some shit at home or whatever, or go to some underground shaman or whatever, but it was...
That's what, I mean, I've drunk in Peru and I've drunk in people's living rooms and, I've drunk all over the place. And the reason why I've chosen to stay, live and just be here is because there's nothing on the planet like this, like what we offer. And that's why, like, I see people walk in and get the love and the care and attention that they get, as opposed to when I'd done it in someone's living room. It was a beautiful night, beautiful live music. But then I left the next day really confused and not knowing what to do next. Whereas here I feel like there's just so much more structure and so much more knowledge and wealth and understanding. And then we're always here. So you can always come back, you can always contact us. And that's what I think the beautiful thing about this place is. It's just magical.
Well, and Jared said in orientation, he said, plant medicine done wrong answers all your questions.
Mm-hmm.
And plant medicine done right eliminates the need to ask them, because you already know the answers in yourself. And that's what happened. I brought these very specific questions to the table. My memories are really sketchy. Do like something terrible happen when I was growing up? Like, am I broken? Whatever. And she says to me, all of this shit is irrelevant, including some garbage I was bringing up with my mom. All this shit is irrelevant. And she just goes, whoosh, and she's like, that's handled. Now we're going to work on this. And then she showed me basically my life plan. And so I'm like, okay, awesome.
I love it when she does that and gives you next steps to like where you're meant to be, and then like pictures it all out. That's so profound. So when you get home, you've got homework.
Oh yeah, quite a bit. But it's so reassuring too, because I came, I'm like, what's my fucking purpose? I thought it was to build a place that did good in the world and that I loved being at, and I built it. But then I stopped loving being at it. So now, what do you fucking do now?
Yeah.
And then I got it.
Oh, I love you, little happy dance. I love little happy dance. Message to him?
Yeah, well, he didn't know, as I'm telling him about this, I'm calling him like every morning or every night before my kids go to bed so I can see anyway. And he's like, I didn't know how sad you were. And I'm like, well, I didn't either.
Put on a front as well. We're just kind of in robot, like automatic mode.
Right. I just knew there's never any time for anything, but at the same time, all I seemed to do when I had time was lay down.
Yeah.
So what kind of life is that?
Yeah. So now you feel like you've got a new lease of life with a new plan, and you feel within you your purpose is growing. You know exactly where you.
Yeah. And I can have my energy back and can be present with my children who haven't had me present with them for the last 8 or 9 years. So.
Oh, it's so magic. And the thing is, some people come with the expectation like they have to purge and they have to be sick and they have to shit and they have to do this. But when you're drinking such a beautiful sacred medicine, it's so high vibration that when you drink it, anything that's lower vibration has to come out or has to match it. So with you, everything that's been lower vibrations, your traumas, everything, has clearly just come up to match it, and you've just kept that energy in you. But it's like changed into the truest form of you. Whereas sometimes some people, the energy doesn't do that. So we just puke it out, shit it out, whatever. But it's all coming through every single vessel to bring you to that higher state frequency, that higher vibration, and scraping back years of shit to get you back to zero, back to your purest form. And that's why I love the medicine so much. It's like everybody's so different.
Right.
Some people do purge, like as in purge, like puke, shit, sweat, shake, all that. And some people come in and they don't get anything, which you're a true testament to, because you don't have to purge in that way. It's more like your body knows you, the medicine knows you, and it's perfectly orchestrated for you.
Oh, and that's not to say I didn't shit like 20 fucking times on the last night, on Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday nights you can't get away with shitting.
Right. Yeah. Like nobody gets off scot-free on Thursday.
That's the cue for the toilet one.
For sure.
But then again, some people don't. It's so funny because I've never gone to a Thursday ceremony without being in the toilet a million times. But then there's other people that actually don't. It's just like the odd few. So it is so different for everybody, but so perfect in the same point. So last night, breathwork.
Oh, yes. So, and it was very similar. It was like, okay, great. I kind of remember doing this, but now we're going to actually get it so we can take it home. Yeah. And then there's another one tonight. So, you know, one more practice. And then I'm still like releasing tears and like sobbing, but not at all sad. Just like, it just felt like a release of all that extra energy, but there wasn't a, with it, you know, it felt really good. And I didn't even know that emotions could feel really good. I think even joy, I kind of put a lid on because it scared me, which doesn't make sense, but that's, well, sometimes I felt like all of the emotions had to be capped. There was no release valves for anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like a numb state, isn't it? It's just like numb to not really want to feel anything because you don't know where it's going to take you. It's like a lot of people fear failing, but many people fear success. So it's always just like this numb state. I know exactly what you're talking about. And then she can come in and unnumb you and then get the balance right to know that every single emotion is needed. You know, evolution makes no mistakes. Like if it's not needed, it evolves out. And we've been here like, you know, a while. So, you know, every single emotion plays its part. And the polarity in life, everything's needed. You know, to appreciate the light, you have to go through the dark. Mm-hmm. I didn't appreciate my health until it was taken, you know. Right. So it's like we have to go through all these things. And that's what I find so magical about this medicine is that it allows us to see that and have an awareness that it's okay to cry, it's okay to be angry, it's okay. What's not okay is suppressing these things, keeping these things in us, and then they become so stagnant that we become such a numb, you know, Autobot, you know, just doing things that we, you know, we're not truly aware of and not truly in yourself. So this is so exciting that you're going to be like going out of this numb state and into this, you know, feeling everything state, you know, seeing and being present with your children and your husband, making time and just having this new lease of life and energy. And I saw your new lease of life in dance. Let me just tell you, I took the dance class on Friday. This lady was rocking it. Like seriously, I couldn't stop her. She was off and it was so beautiful because you could just see, you can see people's energy and you can feel people's energy, you know, just by looking at them. And just the way you were moving and the way you were allowing the music to move through you, and you didn't give two shits what anyone was thinking. It was just so beautiful, and you made my dance class so much more enjoyable because I was feeding off your energy. So if you have, you know, you've got that in you, and it came out. It's just so beautiful that you're a beacon of light for other people. You were my beacon of light, and in that whole dance class, you gave me life and love and energy. And that's exactly what you're going to go out into the world and do for everyone that touches you now. It's beautiful.
It was a gift, like that you gave me, and even just having the space to do that, and the music and everything. Because when I was a teenager, we used to, a group of girls and we would all go to dance, and not to meet anybody, not to drink, but just to dance. And we would dance from like 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And like most of the time have our eyes closed and just do whatever we wanted, and it was so free. And there's, when you grow up, I felt like I lost all that. Because when you dance at a club where it's, you know, to find someone a hookup or whatever, or, you know, look a certain way, or you dance at like a wedding and, you know, only so many people fucking get married. So I'm running out of like places to break it down. And I didn't want to. I wrote it in my journal. You know, I'm a dancer who doesn't want to dance anymore. And it was really sad. And so I went to Burning Man this year. And there was, you can fucking rock it all day and night, dance for, you know, 72 hours straight if you want to. I just barely, I had to force myself.
Whoa.
And then here, it's like you, me, and 3 other people in this big ass room, and we're just like, yeah, you know, eyes closed, rocking out.
That's truly magical that you went to Burning Man and had that block, because I went to Burning Man last year, and I know that, you know, you're immersed in it, and so it's quite hard not to like get naked and dance. But but for you to not be able to do that, it's just like, wow. that, you know, there truly was such a big block there. And to be able to release that and move the fuck on, that's so amazing.
But Burning Man's like Disneyland for adults.
Yeah.
And so, but I needed like Disneyland for the body. I needed Disneyland for the soul.
So totally, I couldn't have said that better myself. It is exactly that. You need, this is why this sticks. This is why plant medicine sticks, is because you're making a soul contract. You're literally talking to your soul, and it's neuroplasticity. So you're like creating new neurological pathways in your brain, as well as healing every single cell in your body. So it sticks, and it's different. You know, it's not like doing a Tony Robbins course and then like being on a high for 3 days and then, you know, coming back down. And same as Burning Man. I felt that. I was there, I was in it, I was loving life. And then there was that sadness afterwards of like the up and then the down. Whereas here, it's like you do get the up and down, but it's just because everything's reshifting. Your ego's reshifting, your motherboard has been defragged, you're literally rewiring it all back to where it should be. And then you smooth it out, and that's why it sticks, and that's why this is so permanent and just the best stuff I've ever drunk. That's for sure. And I've drunk a lot of shit.
Yeah. Yes.
You're amazing. Did you enjoy yoga and meditation and everything else that we have to offer?
Yeah, it was wonderful. The classes were structured so that you could pretty much make everything and still have time to goof off.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about the food?
So that was interesting. Like when we were talking about Tony Robbins classes, you're so busy and stressed out. You grab anything and just grab and go and they talk about food too, about eating a plant-based diet, eating well, but there's not any, it's not really practically possible.
Yeah.
And after like Date with Destiny, most people get sick.
Yeah.
So, because you're so run down, you're so exhausted. Yeah. And here, I mean, sure, we've been staying up late and partying.
Yeah.
But the food has been fantastic. Now, you know, there's a little cookbook, which I'm going to buy and make all this stuff at home, because I'm like, wake up and I'm so excited for breakfast.
Yeah, you can make the banana muffins.
The banana muffins!
I know, right? They're amazing. So, but you can bring that into your home life now. And like, you know, your vibration will just start like rippling out to your family and your healing, and it will just, you healing you. It's going to heal everybody in your circle. It's just such, it gives me goosebumps. Yeah. When do you leave?
Tomorrow.
So you got one more night of breathwork.
That's right.
Breathwork's so amazing after the medicine, because the medicine comes in and defrags your system, and then when you do the breathwork afterwards, we really recommend not skipping the breathwork, because it just comes in and it's like a mop. It just mops up any last bits and just clears your channels. We're made up of 72,000 energy channels. So in Indian philosophy, they're called nadis. And so these energy channels, they can become blocked, and then you get emotional blockages, dis-ease, headaches, all that kind of stuff. And so with breath, you can literally just cleanse all that out. And so once the medicines weave to magic in your body, you know, anything that's left over that just needs a little bit more pushing through or opening, the breathwork comes in, and it's just like a flood of pranic life force. So it just is a perfect program. You start with breathwork, you have the plant medicine, and then you have more breathwork, and then throughout the day you've got talks, you've got yoga, meditation, cleanses, massages. We've got the whole lot, and we've just revamped everything. So we've got a whole new shiny gym and spa and massage suites, and it's all happening here. So I've got one more question for you, gorgeous. What would you say to anybody who is sitting on the fence about coming to Rythmia? So if they're just like, you just jumped in.
Right. Well, so Wednesday night when we got out, I texted my girlfriend who's coming in February. I said, get here now. Get here now. I'll be flying out on Sunday. I expect to see you at the airport on Sunday. Get here fucking now. Stay for 2 or 3 weeks. Do whatever you got to do. Like, there's no, like, why would you fucking leave?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when you're suffering. Like, I mean, her life is great, but if it's not, you know, why not? It's so close to being everything you want it to be. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, you can be, we have people that lives are just, you know, they're quite dandy, quite happy, and then we have other people that are just very lost and don't know what they're doing. It just touches every single part, because there's always room for improvement. There's always room for like growth and evolution, and then connecting with your soul and like the divine, and just knowing that this isn't just it, and we don't have to live in fear. We don't have to, you know, just be another sheep, you know, just running the mill. It's so profound just to even have that awareness. So it's like, even if your life's like quite fine and dandy, just to see some crazy, amazing shit and like just experience the tribe and be here and learn about yourself, it's like
10xing your life, you know?
Totally. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and doing everything that you do.
I love being here. This is my dream job.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause, like, I do a bit of everything, and it like taps into my personality because I've never been able to hold down a 9-to-5 job because I've always wanted to go on holidays, and I've never been good at being told what to do. I just don't, I'm like, no, I'll do it my way. And like, I love doing loads of different things. And so here, it's so beautiful because there's just this beautiful family like created here, and then new tribe members come, and I just feel like I can tap into every part of my creativity, and I'm healing, helping people heal. Yeah. So it's like a two-way thing. It's like, I feel so blessed to be here, and especially to meet people like you and hear your story, and especially the traumas that you've gone through, and you know, about your mum, and just, you know, all these things that have happened to you, which really touches my soul and makes me feel, you know, like a deep sense of sadness for you. But then in the same token, it's just like, but everything that you've been through has made you who you are. Yeah. And you're fucking amazing. So it's like seeing you as you are, and then seeing how you're gonna walk out. And the way you were dancing with me, that to me was just like, that is what I'm here for. To see somebody's light shine through like that, that makes my life so worth it. Like, being here is perfect.
Oh, well, I'll be here in March with friends.
Oh,
so yes.
She's coming back. Perfect.
We're adding to the tribe.
Yeah, keep bringing them, baby. All right, let's check out some questions. Hi, everybody. Hi, Andrew. He was just here. Legend. Love him. Michelle, exciting because we're coming in 2 weeks and we're ready. You were born ready.
Awesome.
So Ali's like, lucky you, Michelle. Yes. Screen freeze. Oh, I hate it when that happens. You know what? I was 5 minutes late, guys, because I had some technical issues, and I was running from here, there, everywhere, and everywhere, but I made it happen. Trust me, behind the scenes stuff, you would laugh, but it's all good. So yeah, if it froze a bit, I hope it didn't. I hope you didn't miss too much. Oh, Lindsay's like, must be my iPhone. No, probably here. Leonie, hi Candy, sending you love and looking forward to seeing you next weekend. Yay! Can't wait, babe. Let's hug it out. Ali, I'm going to ask Santa for a Rythmia vacation. Definitely. Also, check in with the moon. The moon seems to... the moon will help you out there as well. Like, I'm not joking. I know this sounds like hippy-dippy shit, but you wouldn't have caught me saying this 10 years ago, but if you just go out at night and, like, look at the moon and the stars and just be in awe of the universe and everything, and just start giving the universe a blueprint of what you want. You know, it's like when you go into a relationship and we all know what we don't want, and then we attract it. So we need to write a list of what we do want. You know, go into a relationship. I would like somebody who's intellectually stimulating, la 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 la. And I know this firsthand because it works. It really does. If you have this list and this blueprint, go and speak to the moon. Go and speak to the stars. Just, you know, walk barefoot in nature and just connect and just talk and put it out there. And I guarantee you, I mean, you might think it sounds crazy, but once you get here, you'll be just as crazy as me. So it's all good.
And this was a lot cheaper than my vacation to Mexico. So
really, see,
and I didn't get any fucking life-changing experiences in Mexico. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but
I thought I swore a lot.
Oh yeah, I told you.
I love you.
So sorry. I used to work with truck drivers, so like I have made a sailor blush at Mardi Gras.
I love you. It's no, I love you because it's so good. So you make me laugh. I'm like tickled now. I'm trying to compose myself, people. Okay. Susie, so glad you're ready to go to Rythmia. Embrace and enjoy your healing process even after you get home. Yeah, because 50% of the work is here, but then 50% is outside. So, you know, you get 50% of the work done in ceremonies, but then you've got to keep it up. You've got to do a daily routine, you know, a bit of yoga, a bit of breath work, connect in. It's all about, you know, you putting in the work so the universe knows you mean it and that you want it, and your soul knows that you're not going to hurt them again. That's all they want to know, is that you're not going to lie to that little boy, that little girl within you. So you just got to connect in every day, and then the 50% of the work is easy. you know, you've got your next steps, you've got your forward-thinking purpose plan.
Well, and breathwork was fantastic because it's fucking free.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You don't have to buy anything. There you go. You can heal yourself.
And it really is powerful. I can't even express how much. When I first heard about breathwork, I was literally like breathing for an hour. I've got so much to do. I've got emails to go through. And then when I'd done it, I mean, my whole body locked up. I've shared this before, but my whole body locked up and I went so stiff and I got so scared because when I had my thyroid removed, they took out my parathyroids in error. And so my body couldn't regulate calcium. And then, yeah, it made all my muscles stop, and even my heart muscle was stopping. So I was literally about to have a heart attack. It sounds unreal, but it was crazy. So I thought my life was over. And so that fear had stayed in my body from having that done. They gave me shots of calcium and everything, and then they unprized my fingers because they were like this, and I couldn't move. And they unprized me, and then they said I had to be on calcium tablets forever, blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah, in breathwork, it started happening again. And I got so traumatized that it was going to happen. But then what it was it was releasing that trauma of me thinking I'm going to walk down the stairs or walk anywhere and it will happen again and I'll just freeze up and die. So it released that. And then I'm such a believer in it now because it's powerful. Just breathing constantly and getting deep breaths into you can heal all sorts of trauma that's stored in you. It's powerful, right?
Yeah.
Leslie, Christy is on the way. DJ's mum. I love you and DJ. Steve, hey Candy, hey babe. Oh, Jody, Rythmia is in the center of my dream board. Awesome. Exactly. Speak to the moon, speak to the universe, and dream boards are amazing. Vision boards, dream boards, they really do work. Yeah. Chantel says, ha ha ha, great interview. Yeah. Well, you're pretty good to interview, girl. I'll give you that. Tina, hello from Denmark. Hello, Susie. Hi, Candice. Happy for your whole new world with Reno, while Reno was happening. Bless you. Here we go. Does the ayahuasca help with allergies? Truda. Yes. So basically, when your body is healing, it will create a healing response. So what you want to do is you want to email jeff@rythmia.com and you want to explain the exact details of your case. But the medicine goes in and heals all. I've seen a lot of different things healed, all sorts of allergies. And I mean, allergies are usually, they could be vaccine induced. They could be, you know, just usually there's a lot to do with vaccines from when we're younger. And so it just detoxes out the heavy metals and the toxins in the system and comes through and literally like cleanses your whole system. So it gets you back to zero, gets your body back to zero on a whole holistic approach. But for the specifics of yours, I would definitely email our medical team and they'll be happy to help you because, yeah, it might be a bit different with what you're going through, but the medicine heals. Once the body heals, the whole body heals. And in Western medicine, we're taught that there's like an ear and throat person, there's a leg surgeon. You've got all different body parts for different areas. But your whole body, your holistic approach for the body. So when the body heals, when one part of the body heals, the whole body heals. And so when you're drinking this medicine, it's going in at such a high vibration that lower vibrations will leave you. So yeah, definitely check in with the medical team, but also just have the deepest belief that you can and you will heal. Belief is so, so, so powerful. Come here with this deep trust, surrender, and just know that everything that you want in life is yours. You just have to believe it and just know it. And law of attraction, massive action, get your ass here and then get rid of it all. A screen froze again. Yeah, sorry. Technology, you know. Anyway, we're going to love you and leave you. Get the book, Shit the Moon Said. We love you all so much. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, Jerry should be here next week. He's a busy, busy man, and I love covering, so it works well. And thank you so much. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we love you all so much. Take care.